Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Drive channel. Today we are going to be looking at indication sign. If today is the first time you are watching my video, please subscribe, like and share. Indication signs are signs that indicate a particular information on the road. They pass information about the road. Now we are going to look at information based on color. Anytime you see any information that is carrying a white background, it means that it is inside the build-up area. It's called centro urbane, the urban area. So if it's a particular indication sign has a white background, you know that you are in the city. If the background is blue, you know that you are outside the city. If the background is green, you know that you are in autostrada. If the background is yellow, you will know that they are walking on the road, that signs are temporary signs. If the background is brown, you will know that they are passing information to tourists. And if the background is black, know that they are talking about industrial area. The first sign we have here is senso unico letterale. It's called senso unico letterale. It's telling you that the next junction that you are about to enter is just one way. So you can enter the road, but your vehicle cannot come out from the road. So you will confidently enter, not expecting to encounter vehicle coming in your opposite direction. So it's called senso unico letterale, one way at the next turn. This one is senso unico in avanti. Like if you are going on a road, from that particular point, as you still continue straight, the road becomes one way, so you can only go. You will not see vehicle coming again. So probably before this place, you have been seeing vehicle coming. It has been a two-way road. It has been a doppio senso. But from here, when you see this sign, you will not be so confident that no vehicles are coming again. You just see you going. So this one is giving directions to drivers. Like for instance, you are going to Sora or you are going to Napoli, it's asking you to continue straight. But if you are going to the city center or you are going to the train station, you will take the next turn by the right. So as you can see, this sign is placed inside the city center because it has a white background. The same with this is placed in the city center. It has a white background. If you are going to the hospital, you take the second turn by the left because the first turn by the left has a deviato, entrare. Like you cannot enter the first turn by the left. There's a deviato, the entrare, senso deviato at the junction. So if you are going to the city center, you take the second turn by the right, and if you are going to Via Germana, you take the first turn by the right. So going to Trieste, Grado, and Cividale, Ostra, Taviso, and Tumezzo, you will use that road that leads to the hospital. You can still get there. But if you are going to this Trieste and Grado, Cividale, you will take the second turn by the left, pass through the city center, and they will direct you further on how to get to those cities. This one also is still found inside the city center, inside the town, the build-up area. Here is a roundabout. So this sign is placed before the roundabout. It's telling you that the first exit of the roundabout is a road that will take you to SS9, Strada Statale 9. So through that SS9, you can go to those cities called Forlì, and you can go to San Lazzaro. But in the second exit of the roundabout, we take you to Autostrada. To be precise, A1 and A3. So if you know that A1 will take you to where you are going, for instance, now like A1 link from Milano straight down towards Napoli area. So you pass Firenze, pass all this place. So it's A1 that linked to those areas. So for instance, you are going to Bologna and you see this A1, so you just follow the second exit of the roundabout because you should use A1 to get to Bologna when you are coming from Milano. Then the third exit is telling you that Quartieri Mazzini, then Bologna Centro. So if you use the third exit, it will link you to the center of Bologna and it will take you to Quartieri Mazzini. So in this case, all the same thing, this thing is still found inside the city center. It's telling you that if you are driving a truck that is made to carry goods and the massa complessiva of that truck is more than 3.5 tons, you cannot continue straight because this indication sign is telling you that on that road you will meet a sign that will not allow such categories of vehicle to continue straight. So in that case, you will use the next turn by the left. So, and the next turn by the left can also take you to Roma and Aquila. So if you continue straight with the categories of vehicle that can continue straight, it will take you to Pescara and Avezzano and even the city center. Like in this case, it's an indication sign. This one is not located inside the city center because it has a blue background. It's located outside the city. For instance, Strada Extraurbane Secondaria or Strada Extraurbane Principale. One of those two. So it's telling you that in the next junction, if you turn to the left, there are area that interests tourists. Noreghe Sparenza. So probably there is one particular site for tourists on that road. So then it's also letting you to understand that if you turn to the right, you will be crossing a railway crossing. Then if you continue straight, it can take you to Porto Torres and San Giovanni. This sign is found in Autostrada because it has green background. It's telling you that at the next intersection, because you can in Autostrada you cannot find in Crocio Araso. So at the next intersection, if you continue straight, you go to Bologna. But if you are going to Linate Airport, you have to exit from the left at the next intersection. This one is found in the city center. If you are going to Milano, you continue straight, and if you are going to the city center, you take the next turn by the right. So in this case, they are indicating the lane that is on the road. Like here now, we have 2 lanes that is available. So if you know you are going to Pescara, be at the right side of the road. But if you know you are going to Bari, you have to keep to the left side of the road, of the lane. So it's 2 lanes here, the left side for people going to Bari and the people going to Pescara. So not when you are going to Pescara, you still remain at the left. Then when you are now very close to where the line is no longer strategized, you will now be looking for how to get to the other lane. So if vehicle hits you by doing so, you will be held responsible. So they are giving you this as a notice that you should maintain a particular lane based on the direction you are going to. The same thing here, but in this case, it is inside the city center. So for people going to turning, keep this is 3 lane. Keep to the left lane. If you are going to SS4, that will take you to Saleria, be in the middle lane. If you are going to Cynthia, via Cynthia, and it will also take you to the city central, be at the right lane. This sign is a number of Autostrada E55. Any autostrada that have E as the number that have E to with any of its number is autostrada that link from one Europe country to another Europe country. In this case, it's called A55. A25 is also a number of autostrada. If a autostrada have A attached to its number, it means that it is autostrada that link from one Italian state to another Italian state. Like this one now is A1. If you are, like for instance, you are going to A1, you have to turn left. SS2. SS means strada statale 2, state road 2. So every road have their number. Sometimes we have SP, we have SS. SC means strada comunale. It's a road that leads from one comune to another comune. It's within the sound, within the commune. So it's a road that is owned by commune. But in this case, it's a regional road. The road from it can be from as far as from Napoli to Milano, but it's not autostrada. So it is SS to State Road 2, Strada Comunale 19. This sign is a sign that is telling you, like if you are driving on the Extra Urbane, it's telling you the list of cities that you are about to meet. Then the next Ushita, once you come out from the next Ushita on that road, once you exit from that road, the next one you will see, it will link you to Frosinone. So in 500 meters, if you are going to Frosinone, you have to exit out of the road you are particularly moving on. If you are going to any of the other cities that is listed here, you continue straight. Okay. In this sign is found in Autostrada 54, Piacenza 4. Let me tell you what it means. 54 you are seeing here is telling you from the starting point of that particular autostrada, you have already driven 54 kilometers. So, but now it is remaining 4 kilometers for you to get to Piacenza. That is what it means. Because autostrada is being numbered in a way that you can easily tell is at the exact point that you are. Taranto. If you get to Taranto, like for instance, you have been driving to get to Taranto, immediately you get to Taranto, you see this sign. But once you are leaving Taranto, once you are going out of Taranto, you will see that is the end of Taranto. Taranto is finished. Just the same thing here. Montecompatri is telling you that Montecompatri is finished. The next city you are going to meet is San Cesaro. So in 7 kilometers you get to San Cesaro. Then in 63 kilometers you get to Frosinone, and Napoli is 190 kilometers. But now you are just leaving Montecompatri. This one is found in Autostrada because it has green background. Firenze is 180 kilometers. Bologna is 285, and Milano is 472. So in case, for instance, somebody has an emergency or somebody that is not feeling fine, you are going for to get a first aid treatment, like you are going for you are looking for pharmacy or anywhere you can quickly get a first aid treatment, you will take the next right by the right. You take the next road by the right. But in this case, it's indicating an hospital. In case you know that it's not just a first aid treatment that you need, it's not just a pharmacy that you need, and you need an hospital, you take the next turn by the left. They are describing the nearest hospital to you. So this one again is brown. So they are talking to tourists. So there's a particular stream that is very interesting on that area. It's called Fiume Arno, Probably people like to come and look at the stream. They'll be hearing of the stream. So this particular place is indicating that you are at that particular point right now. So in 150 meters, you will get an information center. And if there's any need for hotel, you can also get hotel. If you watch very well, you also have brown background, and it means that it's talking to tourists. So tourists will need an information. Probably you need somebody that can speak English, or you want to know the next kilometer to the next city where you can get a car to rent. In 150 meters, you will get to a point where you can get all those information. Then you want to also seek an information concerning hotel, or you need an hotel to sleep. So once you get to that 150 meters, the solutions to all these problems will be there. SOS. Some people will say save our soul. Some will say save our ship. So it's an emergency sign. SOS. So if you see SOS anywhere, you just know that if you have an emergency, there's a phone booth that is there. It's like walking, talking. So if you dial the number, if you press the button, put it on your ear, you see them. Somebody will start talking to you. Then you will tell the person what exactly the emergency is. So they'll come to your rescue. It's mostly found in Autostrada at most of the Piazzola di Sosta. So the thing they will build it will just be like yellow. They will write SOS. So in case of emergency, maybe something happened, maybe somebody's car fall into the stream, the phone and the wallet, everything fall into that place. You cannot make call. You are stranded. Even the jacker, everything is in the stream, but you were able to come out. Probably you see have some people that needed to be rescued out of that water. So this is the option that you have. You quickly run to Piazzola di Sosta, press the button, you see there somebody will start talking to you. Then you will look at the number of the particular point you are in Autostrada. Tell them I'm in R1. They already know that you are calling from R1. Then you just look at the middle of that Autostrada. There is a number that is being attached in every 100 meters. You will just tell them that you are in 95 kilometers. Then under it, they will write Roma figure, maybe Roma figure 6. So they will know that you are in 95 kilometers and 600 meters on that road. They will know the exact point that you are at, and they will come immediately. So that is a function of this SOS. So this one is attraversamento pedonale. This one is placed in correspondenza. The exact point at which people are crossing is different from the pericolo attraversamento pedonale that is placed 150 meters before the attraversamento pedonale. But this one is placed in a correspondenza di attraversamento pedonale. The same thing applies here. Attraversamento ciclabile, where cyclists are crossing the road. This one is placed at that spot in correspondenza. This is a sign telling you that this particular bus is carrying school. As a student, they are carrying people that are going to school. So it's placed in the back of the bus, and you have to also be very careful, because most especially while the bus is loading or offloading, these children, they can misbehave and they can jump on the road. So you have to slow down and be very, very careful. Give them the right of way whenever you see them on the road. This sign is a sign that tells you that strada senza uscita. If you enter this road, there's nothing else you can do rather than to make a U-turn and come out again. So the road does not have any linkage at the front. So for instance, now somebody is being chased. You understand? You are being chased. Immediately you see the sign, don't enter that road. Because if you enter, they will just wait for you at the junction. They know that you have no other place that you can drive to. So the road does not link to any other place. So everyone that goes there, maybe they have resident there, they stays there, they goes there, they always come out through this entrance. But in this case, it's telling you that the next junction, this one is like a pre-aviso of this one. The next junction, if you turn to the right, you cannot be able to go link to anywhere. So this one is seen before the junction, and this one is placed at the exact junction. So in this case, this sign is telling you that the recommended speed is 60 kilometer per hour. So it's different from the obligatory speed. In this case, it is an advice. They are telling you that they advise you to drive 60 kilometer per hour. So, but if you feel that you can drive more or you can drive less, it is now on your own. It's not an offense, but because it is not obligatory, it is conciliator. Non è obbligatorio, ma è conciliato. So the advice is finished. If you like, go and drive your vehicle into the bush. If you like, they have stopped advising you here. So in this case, they are advising you, they are telling you that this road is for motorized vehicle, for cars. So they are advising you to use the road. It's finished here. So this one is a sign of Galleria on the autostrada because it has a green background. So you remember in the Galleria, once you drive inside, the eyesight, you will not be able to, your eyes will not be able to adapt to the darkness of inside, most especially during the daytime. So once you enter inside, you may not see well for the first few seconds. So the best thing for you to do is to slow down. Then another risk that involved in Galleria is if there is a tanker that is burning, inside will be filled with smoke and it can also be dangerous. So on that case, you will now have to listen to the voice of the people that are rescuing people, that they will direct you out through the emergency exit. Another risk again that can involve in gallery is when you are coming out of the gallery, the wind might affect it might shake your vehicle, it might affect the stability of your vehicle. This one is Ponte. It's telling you that there is a bridge ahead of you. So look at this, Galleria and bridge, they are not the same. They are different in Ponte. Inversione di marcia. This is found in Strada Extraurbane Principale because it's blue. So inversione di marcia, that is, you want to turn back to where you are coming from. You know, this road have express traffic, or you cannot just make a U-turn easily. So you have to use the flyover to make your inversione di marcia. So once you see this sign, you know that the next exit, you can be able to turn back to the side you are coming from. This one is also inversione di marcia, but the difference is that this one is autostrada. This one is indirect turn to the left. Indirect turn to the left. Somebody is coming like this. You cannot enter directly to that left road. You have to pass the road, take the next right again, then you now come and enter the road directly. So it's called indirect turn to the left. Piazzola di Sosta. This one is found in, because it has a blue background, it's found in Strada Extraurbane Principale. Area pedonale can be park where pedestrians are allowed to trek. So you are not allowed to even ride bicycle inside area pedonale. You can only roll your bicycle. Then maybe in some cases they will allow people with disabled to enter with their vehicles. Police on duty can enter with their vehicle. Maybe ambulance on duty can enter with their vehicle. You can roll your wheelbarrow or your truck inside area pedonale, but you cannot enter with any other kind of vehicle, not even a bicycle, unless you are rolling it while your foot is on the floor. So area pedonale is finished. zonal and traffico limitator. This one, there are some categories of vehicle that is not allowed to transit on this road at some particular time of the day or at some particular time of the week, depends. So the information will now be placed under it, depends on how the case may be. In this case, exceto veicoli autorizzati a speciale di persone invalide. So disabled vehicle, polizia or ambulance vigili di fuoco, they are exempted. Then veicoli a marci autorizzate, like for instance you want to do scarico, carico, like you have a shop there, you need to come out offload, the vehicle is coming to offload for you. So in this case they even indicate the time that your vehicle can come and offload in your shop. So if it is not that time, if they see that vehicle there, they will penalize you for that. Zona traffico limitato è finito. Look at it. This sign is indicating that if you are going to Stelvio, the road is open. It is open, but you have to also have your winter shade on board, or your vehicle will need to be equipped with winter tires. But in this case, the road is closed. In case you come across this sign, just know that the road is closed to Stelvio. Probably the snow that is there is too much that even with your winter shade or whatever, you cannot be able to access it. This sign is telling you it's a starting point of strada extraurbane principale. It's different from this sign. See, this one has an arrow that is telling you that you can turn back, but this one is telling you that in this road you cannot meet incrocio araso, you cannot only meet intersezione spassati, because that is why they put the road, there is a sparti traffico and there is bridge on it. So that is how you will recognize this sign. It's a starting point of strada extraurbane principale. This one is telling you that these two lanes are going to the same direction, but vehicles that carry load that has a massa complessiva above 3.5 tonnellate cannot circulate on the left lane. You can only use the right lane. This is autostrada. It has 3 lanes going to the same direction. On the first lane, you can drive the speed you wish to drive, but if you are on the second lane, which is the middle lane, if you know that you cannot get above 60 km/h, just remain on the first lane. Then if you are in the third lane, which is the left lane, if you know that you cannot drive above 90 km/h, don't go there. That is what they are saying. Minimum speed that is allowed on each lane. In this case, we have 3 lanes going to the same direction. This one is inside the city center. So, but one of the lane is reserved. You see that they demarcate it with yellow line. It's reserved for autobus. So it's only autobus that can pass through this lane. So you can only use the 2 lane at the left side of the road. The lane has been one, in this case, the lane has been 1 lane before, but now you are they are extending it to 2 lanes to the same direction. In autostrada, this lane has been 3 lanes before, but now 1 lane is reduced. This one is straightoria. Now it's now being reduced from 3 lanes. It's now being reduced to 2 lanes. This one is advised for these categories of vehicle to turn to the right. Probably if you continue straight, you have to meet inside the city center for you to avoid all the stress of turning up and down, stopping for traffic. They are just advising you to use that lane. Probably that lane linked to the bypass for you to go to where you are going to. It's an advice, but you can, if you insist, you can still continue straight because it's not obligatory. It's not that blue circle. This one is only conciliator. This is a sign of mechanic. In case your vehicle has fault, if you see this sign, you just know that you have mechanic that can put your vehicle, that can fix your vehicle for you around there. This one is a public telephone center, a sign of a public telephone center, a sign of filling station. It's a sign of filling station. This one is saying in 1,000 meters, which is 1 kilometer, you will get filling station. This one is a bus stop of autobus. This one is where cars are being loaded. The point at which cars are being loaded in train. So that is what this sign is talking about. You see some place where probably you are driving to somewhere now and you got tired of driving, you know you cannot drive, so you can put your car on that train. There's a kind of train that can easily transport your car to your destination. Probably the road that is on that area is very, very bad. It's very dangerous for you to drive, so you can use train to transport your car and bring it down and continue driving wherever you are taking it to. For tourists, look at it, it has brown background. If you are a tourist that you have your camper that you want to go and tour another city, so in the evening now you are now looking for where to sleep with your camper, they are telling you now that this is for a particular park where you will put your camper and sleep, cook your food and do everything. We also see other tourists there, so it might be a very big space. People will put their caravan there just to sleep because they are tourists, they don't have their houses there. This one is a package for you to make exchange. If you are driving and probably you are going to work with bus 8 or bus 45, then you will see a parking where you can park your car, then you will not take a bus to where you are going to. If you are coming back, come down from the bus and go to your parking and take your car. So in this case, they are showing you all this caravan, auto caravan and even camper, their waste, maybe the water they use in their bedroom, the water they use in their toilet, the flush that they want to, so the place where you can flush them. So you can just connect your pipe to your waste pipe and you flush them into this. There a pipe that is on the floor there. So if you see this sign anywhere, you know you can flush your waste in that particular place. This is a sign for taxi park. Polizia stradale. Località, so in most cases they will write the locality, they will write the address of the police station, and they will write the telephone number of that particular police station. So they leave it blank now because they did not write anything. They can write Polizia stradale, località di, for example, località di Mocalere, via so and so. Then they will write the phone number. So if you see it, so that it can be easy for you to access police if you have any need for them. So this sign is mostly found at the border. So if you are entering Italy, in this case it is Italy. If you are entering Italy from another country and you see this sign, you have already seen all the rules and regulations, all the speed limit that is allowed as far as Italy is concerned. So they put this sign at the border when you are entering, so that there will be no excuse for anybody to say, oh, it's not like this in my country. I did not know. No, when you were entering this country, you already saw that within the city center, within the build-up area, we drive 50 kilometers per hour as maximum speed. If you are outside the build-up area, you will drive 90 as a maximum speed. And if you are in extra-urbane principale, you will drive 110 kilometers per hour as the maximum speed. And while you are driving in our autostrada, we drive 130 as our maximum speed. So did you not see it while you were entering our country? So there's no excuse. You cannot say because we did not place that particular sign on that road, so you don't know. it is a general law of that governs the road. That is why they put it on the border as you are entering the country. So I think that is all about indication signs. Remember to like this video, share with your loved ones, share with other people that might be interested to study for patente the Categoria B. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Bye.